It is the month of September, and all I want to go over is that to make sure that, as it being Rail Safety Month, that you are following the instructions when on and off and around railroad tracks and staying aware of your surroundings and making sure that you're watching out for trains and, just staying away from trains and staying off the tracks as well. As part of this Rail Safety Month, you have to. Amtrak has posted something about Rail Safety Month as well as Coaster, so you can also reference that on. For Amtrak, it's going to be on Twitter, and for Coaster, it's going to be on their website. And also a shout out to DJ Majestery. I think that's how you say it, DJ Majestery 2309 for supporting the train horn and saying no to quiet zones, as well as um, supporting the Rail Safety Month as well in his posts. You can check out his posts on his channel. Um, he basically filmed a train that says, "If you see tracks, think train." So that to me is an important message when on and around railroad tracks to make sure you're staying off, staying awake, and staying alive. And just informative message to make sure to do that, as it's very important, and just never trespass on railroad tracks. And there have been lots of instances where people like to trespasses on railroad tracks. And you'll notice at stations they have the yellow line that you have to wait behind. Even at sprinter stations and trolley stations, that's the line you have to stay behind. And it's especially important at places like Carlsbad Village, where high-speed trains fly through at 90 miles per hour. And it's just pretty pretty catastrophic to see. No one wants to see that. What's up, Surfline Rail Fan 3001? And yeah, I know 2304 is definitely 2304 is definitely an awful horn, but I'm kind of mixed on it. But glad you wrote your thoughts on 2304. But yeah, I agree. They should replace it. But yeah, anyway, back to the thing about the trespassing. So yeah, it's very important that you just stay off the tracks. And yeah, so I found that message very informative. And once again, his profile name is at DJ Modestery 2309 if you want to check it out. But just letting you know about that. And also, when you're around trains, don't trespass on the tracks at all. Like, don't walk on the tracks. Like, I've seen people do stupid things, like they walk on the tracks when a train's not in sight. Don't be that person. And it's just, I I don't know why you'd want to walk on train tracks anyway. Like, what what's the point to walk on train tracks? Like, what does that get you? It doesn't get you anything. I mean, you're just, if you walk on train tracks, it's illegal and you can get in trouble. I mean, you could, like, the police could come out. I mean, you don't want to do such things. So just to stay out of trouble, stay off train tracks. And another thing is, when you're around train tracks, there are few rules. Like, you don't want to, like, I've seen lots of people, they look down at their phones when crossing the train tracks. Now that's a no-no. And they also nowadays put headphones on as well as earphones. And that in itself is pretty bad, because you're blocking out the noise, so you can't even hear or see if a train's coming. So you have no idea, like, what's going to come, and you don't know, like, you just can't basically see what's around you, you know. And yeah, it's just pretty pretty interesting how some people ignore the fact that trains are in sight, and it's pretty sad that there have been some accidents that have happened in the past. But you guys, as being part of the rail fan community, can make sure you're safe, and anyone else out there should make sure they are safe as well. And I know I've mentioned that in a few of my videos, and it's supposed to be very informative and supposed to give you a heads up like, hey, you know, I got to be more careful around train tracks, because I mean, train tracks, I mean, think about it like this way. So as a young child, you probably ran in the street not knowing there were cars. And that's the thing, like, as a young child, like, eventually we're going to learn that it's not okay. It's not okay to go in the street when cars are coming. And basically, it's the same thing around trains. Like, when the gates go ding, 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 when you hear the crossing bells, and when you hear the crossing bells and the gates going down, that is your key to stop at the railroad track and wait for the train to pass. You don't disobey the sign and go past it when it's down. That's not what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to keep you from going in there when a train is coming. And that goes for cars also. Cars have to stay behind the railroad track as well. I mean, they it's important that you know the rules so that you stay safe when around railroad tracks. So just keep that in mind as few safety tips, as well as it being Rail Safety Month. And also, when you're around trains, like, don't throw stuff don't throw stuff at trains. That's also rail safety. Don't throw stuff at trains. Don't put stuff on the tracks like rocks or coins. And don't try to get on the train when it's moving. That's how that's how you break the rail safety. So just keep those things in mind, and you'll be golden. So yeah, just make sure, as I like to say, stay out of harm's way at all costs. Don't cause more damage, is what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, hopefully I made myself clear about the rail safety habits in this video. And thanks for watching, everyone. And I hope to see you next time. Okay. Have a good one, everyone. Bye bye.